Hello, everybody. This is Johnnie Geathers, and welcome to another JG Mental Health Fridays. I hope all of you are having a great day so far. And if you just got your day started, I hope you have a great day. Today, I want to ask you one question. This question is, when was the last time that you had a setback? Again, if you missed the question, I will repeat it again. When was the last time that you had a setback? Today's topic is on setbacks. And if I was to define setbacks is the interruptions in progress. And there are three different ways when setbacks can happen. The first way is the changing of deadlines. For example, we all know that we have particular deadlines that we want to accomplish and get done with. But then whenever the deadline is changed, it kind of sets us back to what we want to do. So say if you have a particular deadline of wanting to get your, buy a house, and then that deadline for you to buy that house actually changed, and that kind of set you back. So that setback can lead you to waiting on the waiting list to buy this house, waiting to be able to figure out what's the next move is going to be, waiting to figure out if you're going to be able to still push up to the plan of getting this house and things like that. A second example of a setback is failure. So whenever you put your mind to something and it doesn't go as the way that it's planned, I kind of knock yourself down and say, man, I'm a failure. This setback of failure just pushed me to not do what I want to do and knock me down, and it kind of label myself as being a failure. The third example of a setback is life events. As you all know, all of us went through a setback as a collective with this pandemic. With this pandemic happening, most of us had a setback with our jobs. Most of us had a setback with entrepreneurship. Most of us had a setback when it comes to our particular goals that we wanted to accomplish. Most of us had a setback when it comes to traveling to different places that we wanted to travel to before. All of those things related to life events held us on a setback. But the thing is that we got to look at when it comes to a setback is that the setback is temporarily. It doesn't determine that it's going to happen. It doesn't affect you to what you want to do in the near future. And a statement I can think of when it comes to a setback is that a setback is a setup for a come up. I'm going to repeat that again because that sounds real good, don't it? A setback is a setup for a come up. So whenever there's a setback that's happening in your life, don't think of it as a knockdown. Don't think of it as a time that you going to be down and out. Don't think of it as a way that someone is knocking you down from your obstacles, knocking you down for your dreams, knocking you down from your goals. Just think of the setback being as a way of a big come up. Think of it as a way that, okay, I got knocked down for this. That means something bigger and greater is going to happen. Think of it as in that way. And I'm going to give you an example within myself. So the first example within myself when it came to a setback is when I had my seizures and I had to stay home with my family for a few months to get myself together. I saw that as a setback because of the fact that I had so much things going on, so much plans happening within my personal life, within my professional career and things like that. But then I had to take the time to myself to realize that, okay, this setback, I just got to realize that this setback is going to push me to my come up. So with me being able to recuperate and get myself stable, once I was able to get back stable and well, I had a come up. A lot of things been happening, a lot of opportunities been happening within myself, and I just thank God for it because that setback led me to my come up. And also, you got to look. Another example within myself was what happened within this pandemic. Within the pandemic last year, I had got furloughed. And when I had got furloughed, I looked at it as a setback because I was doing so well in my career. And I'm like, what can I do to still help people? What can I do to still, push the things I love to do within, the field and within my career space? But then I look at it as a way to say, you know what? This is just a setback, just to relax, to rest, see what other opportunities, what ventures are out there, just like this launch of this JG Mental Health Fridays. Also with the speaking engagements and other things that was happening. Then when I got the call to come back, go back to work, I looked at it as a way to say, okay, this setback was set up for a come up. So with this come up, I was able to go back to work and still continue to do other ventures and other opportunities. And again, thank you, Lord. So this coping exercise I want to leave you with today when it comes to setbacks is to focus on what you can control. There are so much things that happen when it comes to setbacks that we think that we can control everything. But we can't control life events. We can't control a moment of failure. We can't control particular deadlines, but what we can control is what we can do within ourselves. So one thing that you can control is your emotions. There are emotions that pile up or emotions that flare up when it comes to setbacks. We could be sad, we could be angry, we could be devastated and things like that. But what you can do is focus on what you can do to manage those emotions, such as using coping skills, talking to people, doing things to get your mind off of that setback and things like that. Another example of focusing on what you can control are your actions. So whenever things happen when it comes to a setback, are you going to just sit and pout and just complain and whine? Or are you going to do something about it? Are you going to make a change? Are you going to look at different plans? Are you going to look at different alternatives to be able to not let that setback get to you? And that's what you have to do. Focus on what you can control. So again, I will pull out myself with the setback with me, with my seizures and having to sit back home with my family. I took it as a time to just be able to reflect on myself, release my emotions that I was holding in for so long, and just focus on what I can do. And which was to get myself back stable and well. And when I was able to do that, that's when I was able to have a come up. Another example with the setback of me having that furlough last year within my job with the start of the pandemic, I looked at different alternatives, such as studying for my licensing exam again, even though I failed that, but I didn't let that knock me down. The launch of JG Mental Health Fridays, networking with different people, still doing things within my fraternity. And once I was able to go back to work, I had my come up. So your actions, you can focus on your actions and you can focus on your emotions when it comes to your setbacks. And that's all I want to leave you with today. Don't forget, your setback is a setup for a come up. So whenever you have a setback, whenever you have a failure, whenever deadlines changes, whenever life events hit you and you didn't know that it was going to hit you, don't look at it as a way of bringing yourself down. Look at it as a way to say, okay, this happened for a particular reason. This happened because God probably got something in store that is bigger and better for what I was expected. And you got to keep positive at that. Keep positive, remain positive, be faithful, and things like that. Just to know that a come up is on the rise. And that's all I want to leave you with. Again, I appreciate all of you for the love and support. Also, I want to shout out to this person that gave me the topic of talking about setbacks. You know who you are. Again, I thank you for reaching out to me to talk about this topic. If you want to contact me about any topics or anything that you want me to talk about on JG Mental Health Fridays, you can contact me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Check out my website and also on YouTube. Again, if you didn't have a chance to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel to check out all JG Mental Health Friday videos from 2020 to today. Now, I'm going to leave you with the closing message. Reflect on the positives, plan ahead, and relax. RPR. I love all of you. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Be blessed. Be well. And peace.